Hi, Capricorn. I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for September 2019. This month, I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Ascendant, and Capricorn Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. All that being said, Capricorn, now onto your September 2019 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have is Two of Pentacles. This is weighing your options, having to make a decision or a choice between two things, two places to live, two jobs, two loves. It's also could be a card saying wishy-washy thinking, or you're seeking balance. I feel, Capricorn, like you're not going to trust something that's being presented to you in September. It could be an opportunity or an offer, and I see you having doubts whether it would make money or not, or pay off for you in some way, be worth it. Don't be victimized by anybody. Don't let anybody make you the fall guy. You could be victimized and people could be trying to make you take the blame or be the fall guy for something. Some of you may feel like you need to unburden yourself through some kind of financial burden or strain that you feel under, and take some initiative to change what you're doing. It could be you don't want to be in the career you're in anymore, or the job you're in isn't paying you enough. It could even be that you want to start a business or something on the side to offset some expenses that have come up for you. I feel like you're also doing some recalculations and looking into your expenditures about what's worth, what you're spending or what your bills are. I feel like you're kind of tightening up the ship. I'm seeing like somebody with a boat tightening the screws and rivets on it, like tighten the rivets on a boat. Like, for some reason, finances are on your mind, and I feel like you may even be perplexed about some things going on to do with your finances. Some of you may even be giving some thought into how you can downsize either your stuff or your home. Maybe your home is too big and the bills are too much, and you're like, I don't need all this space. I should be living in a smaller place and have less bills. I don't know, but I also get like looking at downsizing or ways to cut costs and expenses. Tightening the rivets on the ship. And the ship is your finances. Be careful of your collarbone. Your collarbone or your breastbone. You may bang something with it, or it could be sore for some reason. That comes up here, oddly enough. The next card you have is Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is usually an air sign person. This would either be a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could also be you, Capricorn, if you have a rising or moon sign that is an air sign. I feel like this Page of Swords is like trying to create drama. I feel like they feel like they're misunderstood, or they need attention in some way. This could be an employee to you, a coworker to you. It could be one of your kids. It could even be a love relationship, because pages aren't just kids. They can be adults too, that either are immature or young at heart. Don't be surprised if they're also not trying to capitalize a little bit on sensationalism. If they're exerting any kind of pressure on you, they think you're going to buckle under that pressure. So, beware of their attention-seeking tactics or drama-creating things or whatever they're trying to do, And because I feel like it's a little nefarious and that they are trying to exert some kind of manipulation or tactics or exert their will on you because they think you're going to cave and fold and buy what they're doing or buckle under pressure. So, for many of you, I feel it's happening at work. I feel like it's a coworker that's doing it. For others of you, I do feel it's a child to you that's doing it. And then thirdly, I feel it could be like some other kind of family member that's doing it. But that's the order of how I feel they play into this for you. And this is probably the person I picked up in the Two of Pentacles that you don't trust, because I do get that again. Like with this card, I get you're suspicious of this Page of Swords, and you don't trust the Page of Swords in this reading. So I feel like that's who they were talking about, my guides were mentioning in the Two of Pentacles. If you stay strong and listen to what I'm saying, they're not going to be able to pull the wool over your eyes, and they're going to see that. They may also be somebody that is trying to get you to change your mind about something. Maybe you've already laid down a law. Maybe this is your kid and you're like, you're not allowed to have the car out after 12 p.m. And they could be trying to exert some kind of will, or 12 a.m. I mean, like 11:30 at night, 12 a.m. in the morning. They may be trying to exert some kind of will or pressure on you and want you to change your mind. But it doesn't have to be about that. It could be about anything. This could be somebody at work and you're like their supervisor, or you work together. Because I get a work sense around this Page of Swords too. So you'll have to see how it plays out for you personally, Capricorn. You have the Four of Pentacles in your reading. Aquarius had this also. And this is, although Aquarians had it reversed, and I don't let the cards flip upside down, but you got it here and it's upright. And this is holding on protectively to your finances. It can be holding on protectively to things of value. It can also be financial success. There's going to be something that you're going to say, I can't do it right now. I can't spend the money on it. Maybe somebody's going to ask you to invest in something, or somebody's going to want you to give them money. It could even be somebody may say, let's go on this trip. We're all going on a cruise. We want you to come along. Or, hey, can you invest in my business? Or, hey, I need to borrow money from you. You're going to say that you can't do it because of some other expenses or things you have going on right now. Some of you truly are in a perplexity about your money. Some of you may feel like you're not really sure how you're going to make ends meet, or there's something perplexing you about your finances. Some of you may have put some money down on something to hold something, and now you're going to have to withdraw it. Or you may have to withdraw money from savings or an IRA. Or if you put a down payment on a house, or like you were put in an offer on something, and it could be, or to buy a car or a house or something expensive, you may feel like you have to withdraw it at this time and not do it. Some of you, this could be because you had to put money into redecorating or decorating a home, or some expenses and expenditures you had recently in your home, and this is preventing you from, this is making you do any of the things I already said already in this card. Withdraw from an IRA, or savings, or pull out of an investment, or a big purchase that you were going to make. Some of you may feel like family is becoming a little bit of a problem or an annoyance to you about money. And some of you may have children or some other family members that are kind of like dipping into your back pocket to get money from you. That also comes up here. I feel like you're going to close the door on it with them, or tell them, look, I can't do it right now. Maybe I could do it at another time. Doesn't mean you wouldn't help them out in the future, or maybe you already did in the past, but I feel like now I just don't feel like that's something that you're going to do. Yeah, I really feel like it's a big month of like kind of like weighing your options, confusion, trying to get clear all about money. So you have the Empress card next. This is a maternal figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you. This could also be a maternal figure in the living. This could be your mom, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, or someone like a mother figure to you. The Empress is a card of creation, so you yourself could be the Empress, and you could be having a birth of a child. This could be birth of a business, a plan. So there could be the birth of something happening here. If your mother's still living, you could have issues where your family is coming together and joining together as a team to like take care of your mother, or like maybe your mother needs to go into a nursing home, or your mother needs physical therapy, or your mother needs some kind of medical treatment, or there's some issues surrounding your mother, and you and your other family members may have to join forces together and get together about it, on board with something to do with your mother. Or maybe your mother had recently passed away and you have to get her estate in order, and that kind of thing. It could also be that. You may be feeling like you need to take better care of yourself, and you're going to start taking vitamins or certain types of vitamins, or you may feel that your mother is in need of that, needing certain kinds of supplements or things like that. You may be looking at your mother or your life where you may feel like you're not at the right place at the moment, or that your mother is not in the right place at the moment. So that could be applying to you or to your mother. Something about where she is or where you are. Either one of you may be feeling like it's not the right place. You need to be in another place. You have some challenging planetary aspects connected to do with this. And if you have to go up against your mother or a maternal figure, I don't feel that she is going to go willingly or quietly or cooperatively. I feel like there's going to be resistance. I don't feel like either that, I don't care who it is to you that this Empress fits, but if you have to like try to get them to change something they're doing, their diet, or take more vitamins, or to move where they're living, or be put in a certain facility to help them out, or whatever it is, I feel like stubbornness and resistance is going to come up here for you. Doesn't mean you're not going to get what you want to happen with it, but I do get like stubbornness and resistance. You have the Five of Pentacles next. This is often two people, but it could just be one person, could just be you, but it can often mean financial bankruptcy or feeling emotionally bankrupt. It could also be maybe you're not paying attention to your finances and there's something you need to look at and scrutinize about your finances. It's a card that can denote depression. You could be feeling depressed. If you have a partner, a love partner, it could be the two of you feeling depressed about something. I feel like there's some kind of trouble in paradise and people are crapping all over this situation. I feel like you don't trust some people or respect how some things are getting handled. This could be at your job and your career, or I go back to, it could be a family issue and something happening with a mother or a mother figure. I feel, Capricorn, you're going to be like, I don't believe what people are saying and doing. I hear you. I hear your thought, you thinking that. I hear it in my mind, you going, I don't believe what they just said. They're assholes. Like, that's what I hear you saying. This is too much for me. Those sentences I just said there were quotes from the collective consciousness of Capricorn. It's going against what we said. It's going against the plan, or it's going against the grain of something. This is like your thoughts. That's what I feel you're going to be thinking and saying. And you're going to feel like we've got to do it now. This has to happen now before, if you have to move somebody before winter months, or like you need to put up an estate for sale before winter months, there's something about time. Now, you may live in an area where there is no winter. Maybe you live in New Mexico and it doesn't snow there. But then it isn't winter. It's some season or some time frame that you are going to feel like something needs to occur and change and switch and move before a season of some sort. For many of you, I feel it is winter. Wherever winter is for you. I know you may live in the southern hemisphere and winter could be completely different than it is here for me. I live in the northern hemisphere. But only you're going to know how this makes sense. There's a disruption here and something is going to cost money. You may feel like I'm willing to kick some money out, but you schmoes are going to have to kick some money out into this too. You may feel like you're willing to pay your share or put your money up, but are the other mullyox around you going to be willing to do that? These other dopes that are going to be digging their heels in and not wanting to do it, or being resistant or giving you excuses. Like, you're not going to feel like this should all be your responsibility, Capricorn. Some of you are going to be dealing with somebody that's under the weather. This could be your mother that's not feeling well. It could be somebody else in your family that's not feeling well. And all of what I just said could be applying to that person that's not well. And somehow money has to get kicked out or kicked in. I do feel you're willing to do it. I don't know that other people are willing to do it. And I feel that the person that's not well, or if it's your mother or not, may be stubborn and not act like they're willing to bend and go and with the flow with the situation. But there is going to be time. You're going to feel the pressure of time, like time is of the essence, and it has to do with some seasonal thing. Like they either need to move before the winter, or a house needs to get sold or put up for sale before the winter. There's something that you're going to feel. And if none of that makes sense to you, what I just said, watch your rising sign or your moon sign. Or if you're on the cusp, if you're a Capricorn Aquarius cusp, listen to Aquarius. If you're a Sagittarius Capricorn cusp, then listen to Sagittarius. You've got to find what, because this is that card would seem very specific. Empress and Five of Pentacles. So if that's not speaking to you directly, you could watch your rising sign or your moon sign, and you'll have messages, or your cusp sign, and that will have messages for you there. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. As always, thank you so much for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're interested, Capricorn, in getting any of the special videos I've recorded for Vimeo on download and purchase, you can click on the links below this video. The first one will be the psychic crystal reading for the month of September for each sign of the zodiac. You can get that for the month of September, where my spirit guides are going to give you a continuation of this reading, where they're going to give you additional messages and predictions for your sign for the month of September. You can also get my beginnings and endings, psychic tarot and crystal readings for the effects of the 2 July eclipses, because I guarantee you, Capricorn, I guarantee you this is what this is. These two is in particular, these are from the effects of the eclipses hitting you right now. Yes, granted, Uranus went retrograde on the 11th of August, and Jupiter went direct, and Mercury is now out of retrograde, and we're out of the shadow period and all of that, and that all affects everything too. But you know what? It's really these eclipses. So that's really kicking your butt right now. So if you want to see what the beginnings and endings are for your sign and your rising sign, because I really, really felt like the rising signs were getting it too in those videos, and I don't usually say that because these videos you download and purchase, they're not free like these videos here.
I'm doing right here on YouTube. You might want to check your rising sign out. I pulled 3 cards using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck for the endings and 3 cards from the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck for the beginnings, and I used the crystal to tie up the whole thing in the end in those videos. Also, if you want to see what's going on with your love life, in the middle of July, I posted mid-year love and romance psychic tarot update for 2019. And believe me, those love readings went out even way further than that. They went out into April and May even. Definitely April, that some of the signs went out to into 2020 in those love readings. So you might want to check those out as well. Also, Capricorn, if you want to see some psychic messages and predictions from my spirit guides through me that you're not going to see here on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media channels at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and the Psychic Pastry Chef LLC also on Facebook. And you can follow me on Instagram at The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel. I pull tarot cards, use oracle cards, animal spirit guide cards. I look into the crystal. I give you messages and predictions, and they're not just for that day that I post them. Sometimes the messages are going to happen 4 weeks out, a month out, 2 months out, 6 months away, or that day and the week that the reading is on. So you might want to check them out. Lots of people find them accurate. You may also as well. So I hope you'll follow me on those social media networks as well. So I hope you have an absolute amazing September, Capricorn, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.